In July 1963, 5 parties gathered in London: Malaya, Sarawak, North Borneo, Singapore, and the British government. The result was the Malaysia Agreement, signed on the 9th of July 1963. This was no ordinary document. It was prepared in 5 identical copies because it was more than a contract. It was a covenant of nation building. But what exactly did they agree to? And whose consent carried the day? Before the agreement, the Cobalt Commission travelled across North Borneo and Sarawak to collect public opinion. The findings showed a range of views. About 1/3 supported Malaysia without conditions, another third agreed, but wanted safeguards for culture, religion, and land, while the rest preferred delay or opposed the idea entirely. The Commission concluded Malaysia could go ahead, provided strong constitutional protections were included. These later shaped the Intergovernmental Committee's report and were written into the Malaysia Agreement. When Malaysia was formed, parliamentary seats were distributed carefully. Malaya received 104, Sarawak 24, Sabah 16, and Singapore 15. Together, the Bornean states and Singapore controlled 1/3 of parliament. This was intentional. It meant fundamental constitutional changes could not be made without their consent. MA 63 also gave Sabah and Sarawak special safeguards: control over immigration, freedom of religion, protection of native land and customary rights, and autonomy in language, education, and finance. Singapore retained authority over its own governance, legal system, and schools. The design was clear. Malaysia was to be a federation of equals, not a union dominated by one side. In 1965, Singapore left the federation. The reasons were related to political and racial tensions and differing visions between its leaders and the federal government. Lee Kuan Yew, Singapore's first Prime Minister, called the separation painful but necessary. With Singapore's 15 seats gone, East Malaysia lost the 1/3 blocking share in Parliament. This weakened the original safeguards that had been built into MA 63. For many years, Malaysia Day on the 16th of September was not widely celebrated at the national level. It remained significant mainly in Sabah and Sarawak, where it marked their official entry into the Federation. That changed in 2010, when Malaysia Day was declared a national public holiday. This was more than symbolic. It acknowledged that Malaysia's formation was about partnership, not just independence. In December 2021, Parliament reinforced this further by amending the Constitution to recognise MA 63 explicitly in the definition of the Federation. It was a milestone, restoring the original spirit of equality promised in 1963. MA 63 represents a commitment to respect, equality, and alliance. It reminds us that Malaysia is strongest when every voice is heard and every safeguard respected. This Malaysia Day, let us honour the Covenant of 1963 and carry its promise into the future.